Dear chosen ones, listen carefully. This message is for you and you alone. You did not find this video by accident. Have you ever felt like you've been guided to this exact moment, as if everything in your life led you here? Nothing in your life happens by coincidence. Everything is divinely orchestrated, and this message has reached you at the perfect time. You may have noticed it already. When people come against you, when they plot against you, when they try to harm you, somehow their plans always fall apart. How many times have you seen those who tried to break you end up falling into their own traps? They think they have power over you, but what they do not realize is that you are protected. There is a divine shield around you that they cannot see. Some of you have experienced this firsthand. People who wished you harm ended up harming themselves. People who spread lies about you ended up exposing their own darkness. Isn't it incredible to realize that your strength and divine protection are the very things causing them to falter? That is not a coincidence. That is spiritual law in motion. When you are a chosen one, anything sent to destroy you will always backfire. This message is going to change your life. What would it feel like to walk through life with complete confidence that no force can harm you? Because once you truly understand who you are and the power that is within you, fear will no longer have a place in your heart. Some of you have been feeling a sense of heaviness, a sense of oppression, as if something is trying to block your path. Have you ever wondered why obstacles seem to appear when you're on the verge of greatness? That is because the enemy knows who you are. The attacks are not happening because you are weak, but because you are powerful. Let that sink in. The more they try to come against you, the more evidence it is that you're walking in divine favor. Do you understand now that these attacks are proof of the enemy's fear of your divine calling? They wouldn't be attacking you if you weren't a threat. But here's what they don't understand. No matter what they do, they will never succeed. Because no witchcraft, no curse, no dark force can override God's protection over your life. I want to take a moment to thank those of you who have supported this message through Super Thanks. Your generosity means so much, and I am truly grateful for your support. Whether you choose to donate or not, your presence here is deeply appreciated. Thank you for being part of this divine journey with me. Do you feel the impact of this message in your spirit, knowing that you are divinely protected, no matter what challenges arise? Now, comment 777. Right now, if you know deep in your soul that you are one of the chosen ones, let the world see that you are rising. Let the enemy know that you are not afraid. Have you felt the change in your energy as you begin to understand your true divine power? This is your confirmation that nothing will work against you. Some of you have been feeling drained, confused, and spiritually attacked. You have been wondering why certain people have turned against you, why you feel an invisible resistance in your life. But I am here to tell you, do not be afraid. You are unstoppable. Are you ready to embrace your divine purpose and walk boldly in your truth? God's chosen ones. Why witchcraft has no power over you. The hidden truth. Chosen ones, you have been set apart by divine purpose. You are not like the others. What does this mean for you? It means that the same forces that control the rest of the world cannot touch you. It doesn't matter how hard they try. It doesn't matter if they whisper lies behind your back, send negative energy your way, or attempt to sabotage your progress. Every attack against you is already nullified. Every curse spoken over your life is already broken. Do you hear me? There is no power that can stop your rise because you were born for greatness. This is your divine destiny. Have you ever wondered why certain types of people always seem to find their way into your life? Why do those who are jealous, envious, or manipulative feel compelled to approach you? It's because your light exposes their darkness. Even before you speak a word, they can feel your energy. They sense the divine power within you, and it terrifies them. That's why they try to pull you down. That's why they try to control you, limit your potential, or plant seeds of doubt in your mind. But let me make this clear. You are unstoppable. They can try again and again, but they will never succeed. Why? Because you are on a divine assignment, a mission that cannot be interfered with. As you read these words, I want you to take a deep breath and declare this truth in your heart. I am divinely protected, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Say it with confidence. Say it with authority. Allow it to resonate in your spirit, because this is not just a statement, it is a spiritual law. Whatever negativity they send your way will return to them. Whatever harm they wish for you will come back to them multiplied. The power doesn't lie in your fight. It lies in your presence. You do not need to fight. You do not need to seek revenge. Your energy alone is enough. Your very presence radiates with power. That is why the enemy is afraid of you. Let's pause for a moment and reflect on what the Bible says about the protection of God's chosen ones. Isaiah 54:17 reminds us, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord." God's protection is not just a promise, it is a guarantee. Every attack against you has already been rendered powerless. Now think about the life of Joseph. Despite being betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, and wrongfully imprisoned, he rose to power and saved a nation. What was the secret behind his success? It wasn't his circumstances. It was the divine favor and protection of God. No matter how much his enemies tried to thwart his purpose, they could never stop him. God had already declared his rise to greatness, and nothing, no curse, no betrayal, could stand in his way. Have you ever felt like the world was conspiring against you? Have you experienced setbacks or betrayals that seemed too much to handle? Understand this, it was never about you personally. It was about the divine calling on your life. The forces of darkness have been trying to prevent you from stepping into your divine power. But guess what? They failed. You are still here. You are still moving forward. And no matter how many times they try, they will never succeed in halting your progress. Why? Because you are chosen by God. You are His. And no witchcraft, no evil, no negativity can override that. In Psalm 91:7, it is written, "1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you." This is the promise of divine protection. No matter what trials or tribulations come your way, you are shielded by the Almighty. Consider the life of someone like Martin Luther King Jr. He faced unimaginable opposition, yet his calling to fight for justice and equality could not be extinguished. Despite the hatred and threats against him, he remained steadfast in his mission. His light exposed the darkness of his time, and despite the forces that tried to silence him, his legacy endures, inspiring millions. He, too, was a chosen one, with a divine assignment that no force could derail. And remember, the enemy knows that if they can't stop you, they will try to distract you, but distractions only delay your rise. They can never defeat your purpose. So don't let fear or doubt rule your heart. Just as the Apostle Paul wrote in Romans 8:31, "What then shall we say to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us?" The answer is clear. Nothing and no one can stand against you. The enemy may come at you with all sorts of challenges, but rest assured, your victory is guaranteed. No matter how many attacks they launch against you, they will not succeed. The divine protection that surrounds you is invincible. It is your shield, your fortress. You are the chosen one, and nothing can alter that truth. Chosen ones, you are unlike anyone else. You have always felt that way, haven't you? From the very beginning, there was something within you that knew you were set apart. Have you ever wondered why you never quite fit in with others, no matter how hard you tried? The world around you may not have understood you, but deep within your soul, you knew you were destined for something greater. This feeling of being different was not by chance. It was by divine design. You were chosen by God for a higher purpose, a mission beyond what the world can offer. Your soul has always known this truth, even when your mind struggled to comprehend it. That's why life has never felt normal to you. No matter how hard you tried, you could never truly fit in. There was always something that set you apart from the crowd, something that made you question things others blindly accepted. How many times did you wonder why you didn't fit the mold, why your path felt so unique compared to those around you? From a young age, you felt different. Perhaps you couldn't put it into words, but your spirit knew. Have you ever felt a calling deep inside your heart, one that made the things of this world seem fleeting? You were not content with the superficial. While others chased after material things, you sought deeper meaning. Your soul was always in tune with a higher power, always reaching beyond the physical world. But being chosen by God is not just about feeling different. It's about carrying a divine assignment. You were not meant to simply exist. Have you ever wondered why your heart feels restless when you see the world settling for mediocrity? You were born to break generational curses, to heal, to awaken others, and to bring light into places filled with darkness. Your path has never been easy, because, chosen one, your destiny is greater than any comfort the world could offer. What if all the trials you have faced were meant to prepare you for your divine purpose? Have you ever wondered why your life has been filled with suffering? Why you have faced rejection, betrayal, and loneliness, often feeling as if no one truly understood you? It's because God has been preparing you. The trials you faced were not punishments. They were lessons, training for the warrior you are becoming. How does it feel knowing that every hardship you have endured has made you stronger, more resilient? Each challenge, every painful experience was shaping you into the person capable of fulfilling your divine mission. God was refining you, strengthening you, preparing you for the greatness that awaits. This preparation, though difficult, was necessary. Your resilience, your wisdom, and your ability to endure have all been developed through these experiences. If you are truly a chosen one, then you have already faced great trials. Have you ever looked back at your life and seen the countless battles you've fought and wondered how you've made it this far? The hardships you've encountered were not there to break you, but to build you into someone capable of carrying a divine purpose. Remember what James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Your perseverance through these trials has already shaped you into the powerful force you are today. Now, ask yourself, why do people always seem to react so strongly to your presence? Why do some love you instantly, while others feel a deep sense of discomfort, even hostility towards you? The answer is simple. Your spirit is powerful. Have you noticed how people's energies shift when you enter a room? The energy you carry speaks before you even say a word. People who are aligned with light will feel drawn to you. They will see you as a source of inspiration and healing, recognizing something in you that resonates with their own inner light. But those who are lost in darkness will react differently. They won't always know why, but your mere presence threatens their illusions. What do you think it is about your light that exposes their fears, insecurities, and hidden darkness? Your energy exposes their hidden fears and insecurities. This is why you attract envy, jealousy, and even hatred. It's not because you've done anything wrong, but because your light disrupts their darkness. Jesus himself faced this when he walked the earth. He healed the sick, cast out demons, and preached truth. But what happened? Do you ever reflect on how Jesus' light was met with such resistance despite the healing and hope he brought? The very people who should have been his greatest supporters were often the ones who hated him the most. In John 15:18, Jesus said, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first." His light revealed the darkness in others, just as yours does today. How does it feel to know that, like Jesus, your light is a divine power that exposes the darkness around you? But remember, no matter how much they try to bring you down, sabotage your success, or dim your light, they will never succeed. Why? Because you are not walking this path alone. You are divinely guided and protected, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Consider the life of someone like Harriet Tubman, a woman who faced unimaginable adversity, yet she remained unwavering in her mission. What do you think it was about her spirit that allowed her to guide hundreds of slaves to freedom, despite the dark forces that tried to stop her? Her light was so powerful that it led hundreds to freedom, despite the darkness of slavery that sought to suppress it. The forces that tried to keep her down were no match for her spirit. She, too, was a chosen one, set apart to fulfill a divine mission, and no matter how many obstacles she faced, she never stopped. Her light continued to shine, and in the end, her purpose was fulfilled. And what about the Apostle Paul? His journey was filled with shipwrecks, imprisonments, and constant danger, yet he never wavered in his faith or calling. How did Paul find the strength to endure shipwrecks, imprisonment, and threats, yet remain steadfast in his mission? In Romans 8:37-39, he wrote, "No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord." This was a man who understood that no force could stop him from fulfilling his purpose. And like Paul, you are unstoppable. What does it mean for you to walk this path knowing that, like Paul, no force in the world can separate you from your purpose? The world may not always understand you, but your mission is clear. The darkness may try to overwhelm you, but you will rise above it. You are divinely protected, and no force on this earth can stop you from fulfilling your divine purpose. No matter how much they try to tear you down, you will always stand tall, because you are a chosen one, destined for greatness, prepared by God for a purpose greater than you can even imagine. So, I ask you, will you stand firm in your divine calling, knowing that nothing can defeat you? Will you let your light shine, no matter how much the darkness tries to overwhelm it? How much more powerful do you feel, knowing that every trial you've faced has only refined you for this moment? Your mission is sacred, and your journey is far from over. You are meant for greatness, and nothing can stop you. Chosen ones, you have been blessed with extraordinary gifts, gifts that are a reflection of your divine calling. Perhaps you possess deep intuition, a rare ability to sense things before they unfold. You can feel the truth beneath the surface of people's intentions, even when they try to mask their real motives. This gift allows you to navigate the world with discernment, avoiding traps and recognizing those who seek to manipulate you. Maybe your gift is the ability to heal. People come to you with their burdens, drawn to the peace and comfort your presence brings. You have the ability to offer solace, to help others feel whole again, simply by being near them. Or perhaps you're gifted with vision. Your dreams and insights give you a glimpse into the future, revealing things that others cannot see. These gifts were not given to you by chance. They are a vital part of your divine mission. Each gift is meant to serve a greater purpose, a higher calling, and with these gifts comes great responsibility. But what does it mean to hold such gifts? It means that you must protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone comes with good intentions. As the Bible reminds us in Matthew 7:6, "Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces." You must be discerning in how you share your gifts, for they are precious. You have the power to heal and uplift, but you also have the power to protect yourself. You are not called to share your gifts with everyone, especially those who seek to take advantage of you. Your energy is sacred and it must be guarded. Think back on your life. Have you ever wondered why you have always been protected, even in the most dangerous of situations? Think about the times when things should have destroyed you, when everything was stacked against you, yet somehow you survived. It wasn't luck. It wasn't coincidence. It was divine intervention. God's hand has always been upon you. Each time the enemy sought to trap you, He was there, pulling you out just in time. Psalm 91:11-12 says, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone." God has been protecting you, watching over you, guiding you through every trial and every danger. Consider the life of someone like Malala Yousafzai. She faced the unimaginable, shot by the Taliban for advocating girls' education, but her survival was nothing short of divine intervention. Despite the forces that try to silence her, she continues to inspire millions around the world. Her story is a testament to the protection of God over His chosen ones. Like her, you may face opposition and adversity, but God's hand is upon you, and no weapon formed against you can prosper. The enemy may try, but they will not succeed. You are protected by a force that no darkness can overcome. Yet, even with this protection, you must understand that being chosen does not mean you will be exempt from trials. In fact, the tests may become even greater. The enemy knows your potential, and they will do everything in their power to shake your faith. You will face betrayal, rejection, and moments where those closest to you will turn on you. There will be moments of loneliness where you may question if you are truly alone in this world. But let me assure you, chosen one, you are never alone. God is with you always, and He will never leave you. Isaiah 41:10 reminds us, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." The enemy will try to distract you, to make you doubt your worth and your calling. But these challenges are not meant to break you. They are meant to refine you, to strengthen you, and to lead you toward your greater purpose. Just as the Apostle Paul faced countless trials, shipwrecked, imprisoned, and beaten, he understood that these challenges were all part of God's plan for him. In 2 Corinthians 4:8-9, Paul writes, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed." Your trials will not destroy you either. They will strengthen you, and through them you will rise higher than ever before. Look at the life of Steve Jobs. Though he faced great personal and professional challenges, including being ousted from the very company he founded, his determination and vision led him to revolutionize the tech industry. His journey wasn't easy, but through his perseverance and faith in his calling, he became a global icon. Like Jobs, you too have a divine mission. You may face setbacks, but your purpose cannot be stopped. No matter how great the trials, you're walking under divine protection. You will rise, you will overcome, and you will fulfill your purpose. Chosen one, as you face these tests, know this: everything that happens is leading you towards something greater. The enemy may attempt to derail you, but God has already ordained your path. You are protected, you are loved, and you are destined for greatness. Continue to trust in His plan, because His protection will never fail you. And remember, you are never alone. God's hand is upon you, and nothing can separate you from His divine purpose. Chosen ones, you need to understand something crucial. Your battles are not just physical, they are deeply spiritual. The resistance, setbacks, betrayals, and strange patterns that seem to repeat in your life. These are not coincidences. They are part of spiritual warfare. Whether you realize it or not, you have been fighting these battles your entire life. When God chooses you, you automatically become a target. The forces of darkness do not want you to awaken to your full power. They do not want you to step into your divine purpose. This is why the attacks against you feel relentless. The moment you begin to elevate, distractions, temptations, and obstacles appear from nowhere. The enemy works through people, situations, and even your own thoughts, trying to pull you off the path God has set for you. But here's the truth. They can try all they want, but they will never succeed. Your purpose is greater than any scheme that the enemy can devise. Spiritual warfare is not always obvious. It's not just about someone casting spells or using witchcraft against you. It's far deeper than that. It is the negative energy sent your way, the gossip, the envy, and the sudden conflicts that seem to arise from nowhere. Have you ever noticed that when you start making progress, people suddenly turn against you? When you begin to succeed, certain individuals begin to resent you. This is not by accident. Your elevation threatens those who operate in darkness. They cannot stand to see you rise because your light exposes their shadows. Sometimes the attacks come through those closest to you, friends, family members, even loved ones. The enemy will use those who are weak in spirit to try to bring you down. That's why certain people will suddenly change on you. They will betray you, speak against you, and act out of character. You may wonder, what did I do to deserve this? But it was never about you. It was about your calling. The enemy is using them as distractions to drain your energy and shift your focus. You must not fall for the trap. The enemy operates through confusion. That is why chosen ones often experience moments of doubt, anxiety, and fear. Have you ever felt like an invisible force was trying to stop you? Something that blocks your path, delays your progress, or makes you second-guess yourself? That is spiritual warfare. The enemy wants you to be exhausted, to feel helpless, and to give up before your breakthrough arrives. But listen closely. This is your time to press on. One of the enemy's greatest tricks is deception. They will try to convince you that you are alone, that no one understands you, and that no one supports you. They want you isolated, because isolation makes you vulnerable. But you are never alone. There are others just like you, fighting the same battles and walking the same path. Most importantly, God is with you. The attacks may be strong, but your protection is stronger. The darkness may try to surround you, but your light will always shine through. As 1 John 4:4 says, "You, dear children, are from God, and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." Remember this truth. You are more powerful than any obstacle. Your light, your divine purpose, and your connection to God will always carry you through the darkest of times. Chosen ones, you must recognize the patterns of spiritual warfare. The enemy operates in cycles. They use the same tactics over and over again, hoping you won't notice. The same type of toxic people will keep appearing in your life. The same struggles will repeat. The same doubts will creep in at the worst moments. Why? Because they want to keep you trapped in a cycle. But once you become aware of these patterns, you break free. Awareness is your greatest weapon. You cannot be deceived by the same tactics anymore. Your understanding of the enemy's methods will allow you to outsmart them every time. Think about the life of someone like Thomas Edison. Despite countless failures and setbacks, Edison did not give up. His struggles were not just external, they were deeply spiritual. He faced mockery and doubt from all sides, yet he continued to believe in his vision, knowing that his purpose was greater than the adversity he faced. Edison's perseverance through spiritual and physical warfare led to one of the greatest inventions of all time, the light bulb. He recognized the patterns of failure as stepping stones, not barriers. Similarly, you must see your setbacks as opportunities to grow stronger, not as obstacles that will defeat you. Consider the life of Harriet Tubman, a woman who faced tremendous adversity. After escaping slavery, she didn't just seek freedom for herself, she led hundreds of others to freedom through the Underground Railroad. She was under constant threat, but she remained undeterred because she understood that her divine purpose was far more significant than the dangers she faced. Tubman was a living testament to the power of perseverance in the face of spiritual warfare. She knew her purpose was to bring light to those trapped in darkness, and no force could stop her. Similarly, look at the life of Maya Angelou. Despite the trauma of her early years, Angelou rose to become a global voice of inspiration and healing. She faced immense spiritual warfare, but she refused to let it define her. Through every attack, every betrayal, and every hardship, Angelou's light only grew brighter, shining through her words and her wisdom. Like Angelou, you too are called to rise above the enemy's attacks and fulfill your divine mission. Chosen ones, the enemy works so hard to keep you down because they know your potential. They know what you are destined to become. They know that once you fully step into your purpose, you will be unstoppable. This is why they try everything to distract you. They send people to waste your time, create unnecessary drama, and plant negative thoughts in your mind. They want you to doubt yourself, but here's what they don't realize. Every attack against you only makes you stronger. Have you ever noticed that every time someone tries to bring you down, you end up rising higher? Every time they curse you, you end up receiving an unexpected blessing. That is because what they don't understand is that you are covered. Every weapon formed against you will fail. Every trap set for you will backfire. Every negative word spoken against you will return to the sender. This is divine protection, and it is a spiritual law. Isaiah 54:17 assures us, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn." This is the promise of protection that you can hold on to. The enemy's plans will never prevail against you. Chosen ones, remember, the goal of spiritual warfare is to make you forget who you are, to make you forget that you are chosen by God. But you must stand firm. Stay connected to your higher purpose. Walk with authority, knowing that no matter what they try, you will always prevail. Your purpose is divine, and nothing, no curse, no distraction, no force can ever defeat you. Stay vigilant and stay focused on the path that God has set before you. Your victory is certain. Chosen ones, you must understand something incredibly powerful. No witchcraft, no dark force, no evil intent can ever have true power over you. The enemy may try, people may plot, but in the end, they will always fail. Have you ever wondered why, despite everything, no weapon formed against you seems to succeed? It's because you are chosen by God, and nothing can override the divine protection that surrounds you. You walk with a spiritual covering that no hex, spell, or manipulation can penetrate. Many of you have felt the weight of unseen forces trying to block you. You've experienced strange setbacks, unexpected losses, or moments when everything seemed to go wrong for no reason. Have you noticed that despite all these attacks, you still rise above them? Some of you have even sensed that certain people have tried to use spiritual means to stop your progress. But here's the truth. Their efforts are always in vain. Witchcraft does not work against those who are chosen by God. To understand why, you must first realize how witchcraft operates. It relies on manipulation, deception, and fear. Do you feel that fear trying to creep in during tough times? The enemy's greatest weapon is to make you believe their power is greater than it really is. They want you to be afraid because fear lowers your spiritual vibration. Fear weakens the mind, poisons the spirit, and creates openings for negative energy to take root. But what happens when you choose to walk in faith and stand firm in your power? When you do this, fear has no place in you. And if fear has no place in you, the enemy has no access to you. Chosen ones, your spirit vibrates on a higher frequency than the forces of darkness. Have you ever wondered why those who operate in darkness can't seem to stand your presence? It's because your light repels anything unholy. Darkness cannot overpower light. It can try, but the moment light appears, darkness disappears. Think about the times you've walked into a room and felt the energy shift. Have you ever noticed how certain people react to you without you saying a word? Some avoid you completely, while others become aggressive for no reason. That is because their spirits recognize something in you that they cannot control. They feel your power. They know that their tricks, their lies, their manipulations will not work on you. And so, they either try to attack you, or they flee from your presence. But how does it feel knowing that, no matter how hard they try, they can't touch you? It's because your words carry divine authority. When you speak, you manifest reality. That is why you must always affirm your protection. Declare it out loud. I am divinely protected. No harm shall come to me. Every attack against me is reversed. These words are not just affirmations, they are commands. How powerful do you feel when you speak these words with confidence? The moment you speak them, they activate the power of divine protection in your life. Many chosen ones worry about whether they need to fight back against spiritual attacks. Have you ever wondered if you should fight these battles physically? The truth is, you do not need to fight. The battle is already won. Your focus should not be on the enemy, it should be on your purpose. What happens when you shift your attention from fear to faith? The moment you focus on faith, the attacks lose all power over you. The enemy wants you to react, to waste energy worrying about their schemes. But when you remain unmoved, when you trust that you are covered, their efforts become useless. Chosen ones, I need you to understand this clearly. No matter how much they try, no matter what they do, no witchcraft will ever work against you. Have you ever thought about how much power you carry within you? A power that the enemy cannot touch. You were born with a divine shield that cannot be broken. The enemy fears what they cannot control, and they cannot control you. They may try to block your blessings, but they will only delay themselves. They may try to steal your energy, but they will only drain themselves. They may try to silence your voice, but they will only amplify your message. Do you feel the need to guard your spiritual protection? You are already divinely protected, but that does not mean you should be passive. Spiritual protection must be maintained, strengthened, and guarded like a sacred temple. The enemy never stops looking for ways to weaken your defenses, and you must remain spiritually armed at all times. What can you do to strengthen your spiritual shield and walk in unstoppable power? The first step is guarding your energy. Not everyone deserves access to you. Your energy is pure, sacred, and powerful, and when you allow the wrong people into your space, you invite spiritual contamination. Pay close attention to how you feel around certain individuals. If someone drains you, leaves you feeling exhausted, or constantly brings negativity into your life, distance yourself. How do you feel when certain people bring negativity or drain your energy? These people are energy vampires. Some of them don't even realize they are being used as spiritual agents to drain your light, but that does not matter. What matters is that you protect yourself from their influence. Another important part of guarding your energy is watching what you consume. Are you mindful of the energy you allow into your mind and spirit? Chosen ones, be intentional about what you feed your spirit. The things you watch, the music you listen to, and the conversations you engage in all affect your vibration. Many people unknowingly invite dark energy into their lives through entertainment, toxic friendships, and even the words they speak over themselves. You must be intentional about feeding your spirit with high vibrational energy. Surround yourself with positivity, wisdom, and spiritual truth. Speak affirmations of power over your life daily. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen your protection is through prayer and divine connection. What happens when you make prayer a daily practice in your life? Prayer is not just a ritual, it is a spiritual weapon. When you pray, you create an impenetrable barrier around yourself that no force of darkness can break. The enemy tries so hard to distract you from prayer because they know a praying chosen one is unstoppable. Your words carry divine authority, and when you declare protection over your life, the universe responds. Every morning before you step into the world, speak over your life. I am divinely protected. No harm shall come to me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every attack against me is already defeated. This is not just a declaration, it is a command, and the spiritual realm must obey it. Have you noticed how fasting can clear out negative energy and strengthen your spirit? Fasting is another spiritual tool that strengthens your protection. When you fast, you disconnect from worldly distractions and align yourself with divine energy. This makes your spiritual shield even stronger. It clears out negative energy, enhances your intuition, and fortifies your soul against attacks. If you have been feeling spiritually drained or attacked, fasting can help reset your energy and reinforce your protection. Chosen ones, another key to strengthening your protection is staying in alignment with your purpose. How often do distractions try to pull you away from your calling? The enemy thrives on distractions. They want to pull you away from your divine assignment because they know that the moment you step into your full power, you become untouchable. That is why spiritual attacks often come when you're on the verge of a breakthrough. You may suddenly feel overwhelmed, unmotivated, or uncertain about your path. This is a tactic to derail you. How do you stay focused when the enemy tries to distract you? When you remain focused on your mission, the attacks become irrelevant. Nothing can stop you when you are walking in your divine calling. What can you do to purify your environment and keep it free from negativity? You must also purify your environment. Your home, your workspace, and even the objects around you carry energy. Make sure your surroundings reflect the divine presence in your life. Burn sage, light candles, play high-frequency music, or pray over your space to clear out any stagnant or negative energy. Speak life into your environment. Say, only divine energy is allowed in this space. No negativity, no darkness, and no evil shall dwell here. By doing this, you create an atmosphere where dark forces cannot survive. One of the greatest forms of protection is living in truth and righteousness. What does it mean to walk in divine integrity? The enemy has no power over those who walk in integrity. When you operate in divine truth, when you stand firmly in your faith, and when you refuse to be swayed by temptation, you make it impossible for darkness to touch you. Many people fall victim to spiritual attacks because they leave openings in their own lives, engaging in deception, manipulation, or negativity. But when you stay aligned with truth, you are covered by a divine force that no darkness can penetrate. Chosen ones, the final and most important way to strengthen your spiritual protection is trusting fully in God's plan. Do you trust God with everything in your life, even when attacks come? Fear is the biggest weapon the enemy uses against you. They want you to doubt, panic, and believe that you are vulnerable. But when you know without a shadow of a doubt that you are protected, nothing can shake you. Trust that every setback is setting you up for something greater. Trust that every attack is just proof that you are rising. Trust that nothing formed against you will ever prosper. Chosen ones, you must understand something incredibly powerful. The law of returning to sender is one of the most profound spiritual truths that will protect you throughout your life. Have you ever experienced moments when someone tried to send negativity, curses, or harmful energy your way, and somehow they ended up facing their own downfall instead? This is not a coincidence. This is divine justice in motion. Whatever energy is sent out into the world must return to its source. This is a universal law, one that no witchcraft, no manipulation, no dark force can escape. The moment someone tries to harm you, whether through curses, manipulation, or dark intent, it always finds its way back to them every single time. Have you ever witnessed someone who wished you harm, or even plotted against you, eventually face their own downfall? It's not a coincidence. That is divine justice at work, a powerful force that ensures that what is sent out into the universe must come back. When someone tries to attack you, it is not just an attack on a person, it is an attack on divine order. Do you realize the power that comes with being aligned with the divine? The forces of darkness do not want you to fulfill your divine purpose, and they will try to derail you at every turn. They may attempt to manipulate, deceive, or place obstacles in your path, but they do so at their own peril. What do you think happens when they try to manipulate your life or cause harm? When they send dark energy your way, it is automatically rejected by your spirit, your light, and your protection. This is why people who attempt to harm you often experience greater struggles than they intended for you. How does it feel knowing that no matter what the enemy does, it is always returned to them in the end? They may dig a pit for you, but they will fall into it themselves. Their negativity will always backfire. The law of returning to sender ensures that the energy they send out will always return to them. Returning to sender is not about revenge. It's about spiritual balance and justice. How do you feel knowing that the universe itself works to restore balance whenever negative energy is sent your way? It's about letting energy find its rightful owner. When you return energy to its sender, you are not cursing them, nor are you engaging in their darkness. You are simply saying, "What does not belong to me shall not stay with me. I reject it," and send it back to where it came from. And just like that, the energy reverses. Can you feel the weight of releasing that energy and letting the universe take care of the rest? You don't have to engage in the darkness. Your divine power is enough to send that energy back, and the enemy must face the consequences of their actions. Have you ever felt the strength and power that comes from standing firm in your divine truth, knowing that no weapon formed against you shall prosper? When you declare this truth with authority, the energy is instantly redirected, and those who attempted to harm you will be forced to deal with the fallout of their own actions. Many chosen ones ask, "Do I need to do anything special to return negative energy to the sender?" The answer is simple. Your protection is automatic the moment you step into your divine truth. The moment you align with your higher purpose, your energy naturally repels anything that is not meant for you. Have you noticed how the more you stay aligned with your purpose, the more you feel invincible to any negativity? However, you can strengthen this process by verbally affirming your protection. When you speak the words, "I return all negative energy to its rightful owner. I am divinely protected. No harm shall come to me," you are commanding the spiritual realm to protect you and return the energy to where it belongs. You do not need to dwell on it. Do not give it attention. Have you felt the release when you affirm your protection, trusting that it's already done? The more you focus on your light and stay aligned with your purpose, the quicker the darkness is returned to where it belongs. What happens to the person who sent the negative energy your way? That is not your concern. That is between them and divine justice. When you return energy to the sender, you are not attacking them. You are simply allowing them to experience the consequences of their own actions. How do you feel knowing that their negativity will return to them, not because you want it to, but because the law of cause and effect is unbreakable? If they sent out love, they will receive love. If they sent out hate, they will receive hate. The energy does not discriminate. It simply follows the law of cause and effect. The universe has a way of restoring balance, and what they sow, they will reap. Chosen ones, this is why it is so important to keep your own heart pure. Have you ever been tempted to fall into negativity or bitterness when others try to harm you? Never allow yourself to become like those who seek to harm you. Do not engage in negativity. Do not waste time plotting revenge. Instead, trust in divine justice. What does it feel like to release your need to retaliate and trust that divine justice will always prevail? Let divine justice handle everything because it always does. You don't need to fight in the physical realm when you are already winning in the spiritual realm. Have you noticed that every time someone tries to block your blessings, your life somehow improves? Every time they try to destroy you, you rise even higher. That is because their negative energy is fueling your success. When they send darkness your way, it is absorbed, transformed, and returned as blessings in your life. How do you feel when you realize that the more they attack you, the more they are setting themselves up for failure? Consider the life of Walt Disney, a man who faced constant rejection and failure, yet went on to build one of the most successful entertainment empires in the world. Early in his career, Disney was told time and time again that his ideas would never work. He was ridiculed by those around him, with many labeling him a dreamer with unrealistic visions. Despite the doubters and naysayers, Disney refused to give up. Can you imagine how many times he wanted to quit? How many obstacles he faced that should have stopped him in his tracks? Instead, he used every rejection as motivation to push forward. People doubted him, laughed at him, and tried to sabotage his vision, but each attack only fueled his determination. How do you think that constant negativity shaped Disney's resilience and drive? Every setback he faced turned into an opportunity for growth, teaching him how to refine his craft and pursue his dreams with even more passion. The more people tried to block him, the stronger his resolve became. And with time, his ideas bloomed into something far greater than anyone could have imagined. What if Disney had listened to the voices of doubt? His resilience in the face of adversity transformed his vision into an empire that continues to influence millions worldwide. His story proves that the negativity and obstacles in our path are often the very things that propel us toward the greatest success. Think of the life of Nikola Tesla, whose ideas and inventions were ridiculed and rejected by many in the scientific community. Tesla was attacked, ignored, and cheated by those who sought to steal his ideas. But in the end, he became one of the most influential inventors in history. Every effort to undermine him only highlighted his brilliance, and his legacy endures to this day. Do you see how the darkness sent his way only made his brilliance shine even brighter? Finally, look at the story of Anne Frank, whose life was cut short by the horrors of war and oppression, yet whose words and legacy have touched the hearts of millions. Despite the darkness and hatred she faced, Anne's story continues to inspire those fighting against injustice. How do you think the darkness that surrounded her could not extinguish her light, but instead amplified her message? Her story proves that no matter how much evil may try to silence you, your light will always break through. Chosen ones, how does it feel knowing that no matter how much negativity is sent your way, your divine protection guarantees that it will return to its source? Trust in the law of returning to sender, knowing that nothing negative can touch you. The more the enemy attacks you, the more they set themselves up for failure. Keep your heart pure, stay aligned with your divine truth, and walk confidently in your purpose. Nothing and no one can stop you. Your protection is secure, and with every attack, your purpose and power only grow stronger. Beloved chosen ones, you have made it to the end of this message, and that in itself means something incredibly powerful. This was not just another video or a passing moment. It was a divine confirmation, a sacred reminder that you are untouchable. No matter what forces of darkness try to come against you, they will always fail. You are protected beyond comprehension, surrounded by a shield that nothing can penetrate. No witchcraft, no curses, no negative energy, no force of evil can ever have power over you, because you are chosen by God. This is your divine protection, your birthright, and nothing can ever take it away. As you reflect on the journey you've walked, you may have spent your life wondering why you've faced so many battles. Why did people try to block your blessings? Why did you feel those unseen attacks, that resistance you couldn't explain? Why did it seem as though something was always pulling at your spirit, trying to weaken your resolve? And now you know the truth. It is because of who you are. You are walking in a divine light that darkness simply cannot stand. You are a vessel of God's divine purpose, and the enemy is terrified of what you are becoming. They have attacked, they have tried to suppress you, but all it has done is make your light shine brighter. Every battle you faced has only been a preparation for the powerful being you are meant to be. But hear this, you have already won. The battle was decided before you were even born. Every attack that came against you was already defeated before it even started. Every plan the enemy laid to destroy you has already crumbled in the spiritual realm. Every force that tried to stop you will only fuel your rise, strengthening you more than they could ever imagine. This is the power of being chosen. This is the power of divine favor that rests upon your life. Now it is time to walk with a new level of confidence. No more fear, no more doubt. You are not just any person walking this earth, you are chosen by God, and that means something. You must stop doubting the divine calling on your life. Stop questioning your purpose and start living it. Do not waste another second worrying about what the enemy is doing. Their time is up. Their power is gone. The more they try to come against you, the more they will face their own downfall. The more they attack, the higher you will rise. Keep your focus solely on your divine purpose. Keep your spirit aligned with truth and righteousness, and watch how everything around you begins to shift in your favor. You are a force that cannot be reckoned with. If this message has resonated with your soul, if you can feel the truth in every word, show the universe that you stand firm in your truth. Share this message with another chosen one who needs to hear it. Someone out there is battling spiritual attacks, feeling isolated, or doubting their protection. Be the light that guides them out of the darkness. Your willingness to share this message may be exactly what someone else needs to hear to break free from their own chains. Remember, your light is not meant to be hidden. It is meant to shine brightly for others to see. Chosen ones, your journey has not been an easy one, and it wasn't meant to be. But every challenge you have faced was divinely orchestrated. Every struggle has been a lesson. Every setback has been preparation. And every battle has been training for the warrior you were meant to become. You are not weak. You are not vulnerable. You are a warrior. And now it's time to step into that power with full confidence. The obstacles that once tried to break you have only made you stronger. The storms you've weathered have sharpened your focus. You are unstoppable. And now is your time to walk in the fullness of your divine power. If this message has inspired you, if you feel led to support this work and continue the spread of divine truth, you're welcome to donate through the Super Thanks button below. I want you to know how deeply grateful I am for your presence here. Whether you choose to donate or not, your support, whether through your time, energy, or your presence, is more than enough. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your willingness to engage with this message, to share it, and to embrace its truth means the world, and you are making a difference, both for yourself and for others. But remember, this is not the end of your journey. This is only the beginning of your next level. Stay strong, stay aligned, and stay protected. The enemy will try to come against you, but know that no matter what they try, you will always rise higher. Your destiny is secure, and no force on this earth can take away the divine purpose you are walking into. Stay focused on your mission, trust in God's plan, and continue to walk boldly in the light He has placed in you. The world is waiting for you to shine even brighter, and you will. May your journey be filled with divine guidance, clarity, and peace. May you continue to walk in your purpose with strength, confidence, and grace. I bless you with divine protection and an abundance of light, love, and favor. No matter what may come your way, know that you are already victorious. Keep rising, chosen one. Keep shining.